Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. So, all of you, yesterday just I completed the two stanzas. So, I think uh, those are the two stanzas were completed. So, today just I will go to the third stanza of the poem Stopping by Woods on Snowy Evening. So, the third stanza I am going to continue. He gives his harness bells a shake to ask if there is some mistake. The only other sound is the sweep of easy wind and downy flake. So here, so here, the horse has become so impatient. The horse has turned so impatient, that is, because so how much long time the horse has been waiting for his master to come to the real world, to come to the realistic world, to come back to his duties and responsibilities. So that's why. So, due to such impatience on the part of the horse, at last it strikes the harness bells around his neck in order to attract the attention of the poet that he had been too late. I think he had been lost in some activities. So that's why the horse was so impatiently and restlessly and cagelessly he started ringing the bells in order to awake the master, in order to attract the attention of the master, so that he might return to his real world and he might return to be consciousness about his duties, about his responsibilities, and back to the human instincts. ତେଣୁ ବାସ୍ତବବାଦୀ ଦୁନିଆକୁ ଫେରିବା ସକାଶେ ଘୋଡ଼ା ବହୁତ ଅଧୈର୍ଯ୍ୟ ହୋଇ ପଡ଼ିଲା, because it had been waiting so long and at last it turned impatient. So he's stringing the harness bells round its neck. The poet also realized well, understood well, and he also realized what the horse intended to say to his master. ମାଷ୍ଟର ବି ଠିକ୍ ବୁଝିପାରିଲେ ଯେ ଘୋଡ଼ା କ'ଣ କହିବାକୁ ଚାହୁଁଛି, ଘୋଡ଼ା କ'ଣ କହିବାକୁ ଚାହୁଁଥିଲା ତାକୁ ବି ସେ ଭଲ ଭାବରେ ବୁଝିପାରିଲେ। ଆଉ ମଧ୍ୟ the only other sounds, that is the sweep of easy wind and downy flake. Sweep of easy wind. Sweep means the movement. That is the movement. Easy wind means it is very gentle wind. ସେତେବେଳେ ମୃଦୁ ପବନ ବହୁଥାଏ, ଧୀରେ ଧୀରେ ପବନ ବହୁଥାଏ, ଆସ୍ତେ ଆସ୍ତେ ତାକୁ କୁହନ୍ତି ମୃଦୁ ପବନ, କୋମଳ ପବନ, ଏବଂ ତାର ଯେଉଁ ଶବ୍ଦ, so the sound of the gentle wind, soft breeze was blowing during that time. Another thing also, that is the downy flakes. Downy flakes means the small crumbles of the ice flakes, just like as lighter as the feathers. ଛୋଟ ଛୋଟ ପର ଭଳିଆ ଟୁକୁରା ଯେଉଁ ବରଫ ଖଣ୍ଡ ଗୁଡ଼ିକ ସିଏ ବି ମଧ୍ୟ ଖସୁଥାଏ। ଏବଂ ସୋ ଏହି ତିନୋଟି ଶବ୍ଦର ଶବ୍ଦ ପୋଏଟ୍ ଶୁଣିପାରୁଥିଲେ, because the atmosphere was so silence, the atmosphere was so quiet, calm, serene. So that's why just he could hear the three chief sounds. What are the three chief sounds? The three prominent sounds? That is the harness bell made by the horse. Another is the sound of the snowfall. Another is the easy wind, means the sound of the gentle wind. ତେଣୁ ଏ ତିନିଟା ଯାକର ଶବ୍ଦ simultaneously just the poet could hear during that time. And he was also overwhelmed with this incarnation of this beauty, with this internal beauty of the nature. କାହିଁକି ନା ଏଥିରେ ବି ସେ ଟିକେ ଅଟକି ଯାଇଥିଲେ ଏବଂ ବହୁତ ଆକର୍ଷିତ ହୋଇଯାଇଥିଲେ ଏଇ ତିନୋଟି ସାଉଣ୍ଡର ଶବ୍ଦ ଶୁଣିକିରି। then what are the three sounds? The harness bell sound made by the horse, that is number one. Number two, easy wind sound, gentle wind sound, the movement of the easy wind sound. And number three, that is the sound of the downy flake. Short barapon sound is shuna jautila. So that's why it made the poet so much attractive, and he also paid towards this incarnation of the beauty of the glorious nature. ତଥାପି ଟିକେ ଅଟକି ଗଲେ ସେ ଜାଗା ଉପରେ ସେ ଝୁଣ୍ଟି ପଡ଼ିଲେ, ଆଉ ଟିକେ ସେଥିରେ ତାଙ୍କର ମନମୁଗ୍ଧ କରିଦେଲେ ମଧ୍ୟ ଟିକେ। ତାପରେ I will go to the last stanza. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promised to keep. So here, the woods are lovely, very beautiful, very sensational, very splendid, very glorious, very enchanting, very enthusiastic, but it is also dark, because it is the darkest evening of the year. It is the longest night of the year. Another thing, that is deep. Deep means it is so much longest distance, and we have to travel along this longest distance, and we have to discover this also unknown places. You know, the poet is rightly also telling that from one side, so there is sensational beauty, glorious beauty, entertaining, enterprising, amusements, and but another side also there is duties, responsibilities, hopes, dreams, desires, inclinations, so ambitions, so that is also to be fulfilled, because the poet had been too late for watching the loveliest beauty of the nature being filled with the snowfall. But se कहउचंती जे गोटे साइड रे मते अम्यूजमेंट अछि, एंटरटेनिंग अछि, एवं अनदर साइड जे I have to accomplish, I have to perform my duties, my obligations, and my responsibility towards my family members, towards himself, and towards the larger section of the society also at last. So here promise means it can be related with your high hopes, dreams, and also your that is your inclinations. So these are also to be fulfilled. So promise बोले ये सब जिन सब गुड़ाक. So without promise, so life is dull and monotonous. So there are very beautiful promises in the life, very so colorful promises of the life that keeps the man engaged in just doing the hard labor, so day and night, just like work like a beast. କାହିଁକି ନା ଗୋଟେ ପଶୁ ଭଳି ମଣିଷ ଖଟି ରହେ ଏବଂ ଦିନ ରାତି ତମାମ କାମ କରେ. ଲାଇଫ୍ ବିକମ୍ସ ଜଷ୍ଟ ଲାଇକ୍ ସୋ ମେକାନିକାଲ. ସୋ ହିୟର ଲାଇଫ୍ ରନ୍ସ ଲାଇକ୍ ଏ ମେସିନ୍, and just it has been so mechanic life. ଏଠି ମଣିଷକୁ ଦିନ ରାତି ପଶୁ ଭଳିଆ ଖଟିବାକୁ ପଡ଼େ, because in order to keep the promises alive, to keep the promises colorful, ଲାଇଫ୍ରେ promise colorful କଲେ ମଣିଷ ହାର୍ଡ ୱାର୍କ କରିବାକୁ ପଡ଼ିବ. But the promises we have to fulfill in our life. So another thing, and miles to go before I sleep and miles to go before I sleep. It means, so life is very transitory, life is so temporary, but death is certain, life is uncertain, death is certain, and death is inevitable. And because death is called the permanent sleep, here sleep is described, that is death, permanent sleep. So one day the permanent sleep or death will divorce each and every one. That may be sooner or later, but one day it will take our lives permanently. So we no longer permanently watch the glorious beauty, but we have to attain the longest distance of the life. We have to walk along the longest miles, longest distance before our death, because we have many dreams and also many aspects, many high hopes. So we have to accomplish before our death. At least before the death or during the time of death, then we must not be also getting the regretful, repentance, obsession. କାହିଁକି ନା ଆମେ ମୃତ୍ୟୁ ପୂର୍ବରୁ ଆମର ଯେମିତି ଅବଶୋଷ ନ ରହିବ, ଆମର ପରିତାପ ନ ରହିବ. Because the sleeping lion catches no deer. always the hard work pays the result, because hard work is the key to success. ତେଣୁ ଆମକୁ ମଣିଷ ଗାଡ଼ି କିଣିବ, ଘର କରିବ, ନାଁ କମେଇବ, ଏସବୁ ହେଲେ କ'ଣ କରିବାକୁ ପଡ଼ିବ ନା ମଣିଷକୁ ହାର୍ଡ଼ ୱାର୍କ କରିବାକୁ ପଡ଼ିବ. ଦି ହାର୍ଡ଼ ୱାର୍କ ୱି ହ୍ୟାଭ୍ ଟୁ ଡୁ, ଇଟ୍ ଇଜ୍ key for success. And ideal ones, they have never get success in their lives. So that's why we have to be just accomplish our duties in the right time, and we have to also means we have to perform also our duties. ଆମକୁ ଅନେକ ଦୂର ରାସ୍ତାରେ ଚାଲିବାକୁ ପଡ଼ିବ, because life is transitory, life is temporary, life is uncertain. So that's why you have to walk the longest distance of the life, because it is not the easy way, it is the longest distance. ଲାଇଫ୍ରେ ଅନେକ ପଥ ଦୂର ଯିବାକୁ ପଡ଼ିବ, ଏଇଟା ଛୋଟକାଟିଆ ରାସ୍ତା ନୁହଁ, ଅନେକ ପଥ ଆମକୁ ଯିବାକୁ ପଡ଼ିବ. And we have to work hard, and we have to be strong willingness power, we have to be so determined for that. Then we can get success in life, because we have to collect the success, go on collecting the falls in our lives and collecting the success in our life, because we have enough time in our life before our death. Then we get the ample time, sufficient times to the works to be completed by the humans. So here I think the poet has bridged the gap between the realities and unrealities, certainties and uncertainties. କାହିଁକି poet is bridge gap କରିଦେଇଛନ୍ତି ରିଅଲିଟି ଆଉ ଡ୍ରିମ୍ ଲ୍ୟାଣ୍ଡ ଭିତରେ. ଫାଷ୍ଟ ସେ ଗ୍ଲାମରସ୍ ଜଷ୍ଟ ବିୟୁଟି ଉପରେ ସେ ପୁରା ନିଜକୁ ହଜାଇ ଦେଇଥିଲେ, ଗ୍ଲାମରସ୍ ବିୟୁଟି, ଡ୍ରିମ୍ ଲ୍ୟାଣ୍ଡ. ଯେତେବେଳେ ସେ ଫେରି ଆସିଲେ ରିଅଲିଷ୍ଟିକ୍ ୱାର୍ଲଡକୁ, then he realized, oh, I have certain duties to accomplish in my life, I have forgotten, I have so much delayed by watching the incarnation and the glorious, the magnificent beauty of the nature. So that's why here 2 points we get that. Mile to go, just hard work we have to do in our life, because one thing just I will take, that is, so the sense of balm, it is just I think that is satisfies the heart. Sense of balm, it satisfies the heart, but it does not satisfy the physical body, because the physical body needs aristocratic feelings and luxurious lives, glorious lives. So all just must be accompanied in the lives. Physical body ଚାହିଁ ସବୁ ଏଗୁଡ଼ିକ. So that's why it is get through the promises. Without promise, life is dull and monotonous. So that's why we have to stand, we have to cross the longest path of our lives, any hurdles, any barriers come along the way, but we have to give our just drops of bloods just to get accomplish our taxes. So thank you all, and bye to all.